What you want? What you want? Come on. What you want? What you want?
What's going on, everybody? This is Pharaoh Black bringing you another review. This time is of the Mafex Batman The Dark Knight Rises figure. It's by Mediacom. It's an imported figure. I meant to have this review. I'm actually reshooting this part of the review because I meant to have it to you guys last week, earlier in the week when I first got it in, but you know, life happens, so I wasn't able to, you know, do the review properly. So I had to go back over it and everything, and I didn't end up posting it. So, but this is the figure, the packaging and everything. I usually don't show off packaging, but you know, in case you guys want to see it. Also, I will be doing the Mafex Spider-Man review if you guys want to see it. If you watch this review, you know, you can leave in the comment section if you guys want me to review it or not. It's really up to you. I had that one for a while, and well, not a long time, but I had it for, you know, a little while, and I didn't do the review on it. So, you know, just let me know, whatever. But let's get into this figure. This is how the figure is packaged. Accessory wise, he doesn't really come with a lot. He has the grapple gun, the EMP gun, and 3 extra hands besides the 2 fists. So 2 open hands, hand to hold the gun, the handle of the gun, and the fist. That's pretty much it. But that's how he's packaged. When you open it, you're gonna smell you know, that weird paint smell. You're gonna get a lot of that. He also comes with a stand, which I'll be showing you. But that's pretty much it. As you see, he does not come with a batarang or any of the smaller grenades. I think that's mostly because in this movie, I don't think he used any of that stuff. So they pretty much just gave you what it is he came with, even though, I mean, it's a given Batman should have batarangs, but, you know, what can you do? Oh, wait, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I have the Revoltech Batman figure from Batman Begins, and he comes with a batarang, so I'm going to use that. Okay, here's the figure out of the package, and it's a mixed bag. I mean, okay, it's a great figure. I won't tell you that it's not a great figure, because it is. But there are certain ways that Japanese figures are, or imported figures are, you know, constructed. So it's not as, I won't say durable, but not as sturdy as some of our domestic products here. First, I'll go into the articulation. Now, this figure, it has decent articulation. You know, he uses 2 joints, one at the base of the neck at the here, and one at the top of the neck, or bottom of the head, or whatever you want to call it. Now, you can turn it on that joint, left to right, and it moves very, very little there. But this joint moves it up and down. So, where you see people say, well, he really doesn't move upward, you can get him to look forward, pretty much. If you're using both joints, you got to know how to, you know, a lot of these guys, they pose figures, they take okay pictures, but they don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm sorry to tell you, you know. So, I'm not trying to take a crap on anybody, but that's just what it is. Arm articulation, of course. You know, you can spin this thing all the way around, and you know, yes, the pad doesn't really restrict anything. It's made out of rubber, so you can get it straight out to here, definitely. Like I said, you can get it over his head. Also, because of the way it's constructed with a ball joint, you could pop it. You could pop it out. And what you can do is you can manipulate that joint as well. Now, how you do that is notice how I can do that. See, so you can get even a higher range of motion for certain things. Like if you want to put like a guy in a headlock, and sometimes he doesn't have that natural look. If you wrap an arm or something around the neck or something, you can use that actually. You're supposed to do that. So it also turns at the upper bicep. So you have that turning there and there. Double hinged elbows. That's where they're going. And then the hands pop off, and you have the joint. You can round up, down, that way, or whatever. And it's on a hinge, as you see. Up and down movement. Turn it this way, and you get that. So I mean, it's pretty good in that aspect. Now you get to the mid joints. The ab crunch, he has no ab crunch there, but the top chest moves forward and backwards. You get a good range there. Then the waist joint moves forward and backwards as well, and that's on the ball joint. You can pop them loose actually. You can crunch them forward like that. You also can spin it. Spins around pretty easily. And the legs are on ball joints. Now, the thing with these are you're able to move it forward, but not far. See? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to manipulate these joints as well. Pull down on them. See? And then you're able to move the leg all the way upward like that. And if you want, you can push it inward once you do that and close the gap some. So I think that's pretty nice. That way you're not scratching or the plastic or the finish or anything. They also, the thighs move on the ball as well, the upper thigh. You have a double hinge knee, which gives you that, which is pretty cool. Up and down movement of the ankle, left and right. And you also can swivel it side to side. Same way that the wrist joint works. It's the same way for the the ankle. Toe movement. And that is pretty much it as far as articulation. Now the problem I'm having is that because of the ball joint system that they use for the top chest and the waist, sometimes you get this little like floppy action. So you just lightly move it and like he's going freaking crazy. But I mean, it's something I can work around. Like seriously. He has a cloth cape, which you'd have thought they would have put wire in it. But I'm going to try and fix that without it looking too hideous. I like the size of it. I wish they would have actually included. Well, this is what I wish they would have done. Now you can also see you can drape the cape over like that or whatever. Put it to the back. What I wish they would have done was this section here should have been, because it's shaped like a V, you should have been able to pop that section out, and it should have just came with another top half with an extra cape, maybe a little bigger, so that maybe that way we can have him do that unique flying thing he does now with this cape. As far as the paint apps go, they're pretty good. Nice gold on the belt, not a lot of slop. It's pretty decent. It's definitely better than the Movie Masters figure. Now, as far as likenesses go, let's see if you guys can see that or not. It's okay. In certain lighting, he looks fine, and in other times, it's like he doesn't really look like Batman. So with me, it depends on the light. He looks a little cross-eyed a little bit, but he's not. But he looks that way. As far as, like I said, the hands and everything go, you just pull them straight off. There's really no slack to them. They stay on pretty tight, but you just pull them straight off. So you don't have to worry about that. You pop one on once you get it lined up. Be careful, because usually the hands that come on the figure, they've been worked on, so the holes are slightly bigger, and these aren't. So be careful. You want to hold it at the base. Okay, here you go. Hold it at the base. You just push firmly, and you get it on until you feel that pop, and there it is. Same thing with it. You know, wiggle it off and pop it off. Doesn't come with any extra ball joints, so you don't want to break them. Gun holding hand. I don't like saying that with Batman because Batman doesn't really use guns anymore. Not just, I don't know what, the 30s or something. See that? Popped right off. That's what I was saying. That you have to be careful with that. Slide it in. Oops, I went backwards. Now his finger, they're made out of like a rubber. You know, a real soft rubber that you can pretty much bend it how you want. So I'm sure you can get the finger in there. Yeah, you can. And you can hold it. And you know, pretty much give you a look at how he can do it. You know, I mean, I'm not really trying to pose it up like that, but I'll show some pics at the end and give you guys a good idea of what can go on. And same thing with the EMP gun. You know, puts it in. You can hold it fairly well. One thing I do not like is the fact that they did not use a clear plastic to show you like the bulbs. They kind of painted them like a little silver and black in there, but what can you do? So that's pretty much it as far as articulation of the figure goes. This is the stand. Stand's pretty tight. Here's the base, nice flat base. It's pretty wide. So, and it looks to me like that you can, if you have more of the stand stems, you know, you can just put one over there and one over there, and I guess you can do the fighting scenes or whatever. Comes with the clip. It's not a spring loader or anything. It's just pretty much a screw, you know, a bunch of screws holding it together, which you have to be careful with because moving it back and forth will loosen the screws, which in turn will shave the plastic, so eventually the stand won't be any good. I hate clear stands, even though I prefer them to be clear, but clear plastic is just shit in my opinion. But as far as size comparison, I've seen a lot of people compare the figure with like Movie Masters Batman Begins Batman, which is smaller than the Dark Knight Rises or the Dark Knight Batman. So I don't know why they would do that, but here's the Dark Knight Rises Batman figure. I'll stand him up as straight as possible. And this is the Mafex. As you see, the Mafex is taller. So I mean, it's not like terribly taller, but it's taller. So it's more of a 6-inch scale. What I would do now is I put it next to like Ross here, which is on the shorter buck, and then you get to see like what the hell. And now I do it with Movie Masters Superman, which my Superman has a funny ass left leg, but now they're closer, but you know, Superman is still shorter, which I think Superman is taller than Batman. So, but I mean, you know, it's not that bad. I'm sure Mafex will be doing other movie characters. I'm hoping that they do at least a Bane and a Joker from the Batman line, and maybe they'll venture off into Superman and or whatnot. I mean, even as bad as Green Lantern was, in my opinion, I wouldn't even mind seeing one of him. I just want a movie Justice League team, even if they never come out with the movie. So, also, what I wanted to do for you guys, and I'm gonna have to do it here on camera, so you got to bear with me. I wanted to show you guys a size comparison with the Mattel Bat Pod. We don't get a lot of vehicles, so what I'm going to do is, if you guys, I'll come right back. I'm going to put this guy on his thing, and then we're going to see how it works out, because I haven't done it, but I want to try it at least. So be right back. And here we go. I like it. I like the fact that he can look up at least. Push it back as far as I can. That's what he's looking like on it. I mean, the Bat Pod is in the motorcycles. It's like an escape pod, I guess. So I mean, I don't see him being too big for it. Maybe, you know, I guess the thing is slightly bigger than that. I mean, he's not all the way down and fitted up against it or whatever, but it works. He doesn't actually have hands that he can hold it with, so just the open hands is what I have on him. But I like it still. I will be using this. I think this is pretty good. And once I figure out how to fit the wire into the cape, you know, I can have it. You know, you guys see what I'm going for with this. And the whole flowing thing. So, would I recommend this figure? Yes. If you like Batman, if you like Christian Bale as Batman or any of the Batman movies or whatever, and you like the figures, definitely pick it up. It's not better than like the Play Arts Kai version, but the Play Arts Kai version isn't better than this one. They're two different, you know, figures totally, size wise, and you know how Play Arts are really stylized. So, you know, and I brought that up because, you know, a couple of people were asking about that. So definitely pick it up. The articulation, the detail, and everything else makes it well worth what you're going to pay for it, which might be about $50 or so. If you want one, I'll post the link at the bottom in the description for Big Bad Toy Store, so you guys can shoot over there, pre-order it, and, you know, do your thing. With that being said, this is Pharaoh Black, and as always, peace and love.
That's crispy.